So no, I have not watched all of the day 10 testimony for the Karen retrial yet. I will do that. This is the part where I start getting behind. I hear the meteorologist was a complete snooze fest, so I might switch. Like, we get it. It's winter. The ground is hard. I know where they're going with it. We'll see. And I will go back and watch Kevin O'Hara from the CERT team, because that CERT team search is really important, and the timing of everything, there's a lot there. But Trooper Garino took the stand again, and I don't know why they continue to use this guy. Now, unfortunately, the jury doesn't know Trooper Garino's history. He's the guy that they count on to do all of the cell phone extractions, and he's the one in this case that has all of the text messages, the voicemails, even things that are deleted. He has the ability to do this whole deep dive, like he's their cell phone expert. Well, he was also the cell phone expert in the Sandra Birchmore case, and you guys need to go look that up if you don't know what that is. But it turns out that there were well over 32,000, very close to 33,000 deleted text messages, which may have happened over the course of a couple of years, but there was all of these deleted text messages between Sandra Birchmore and the police officer who was eventually arrested for murdering her. So, proof that I think Garino kind of selectively picks what he wants to find, and maybe doesn't do as deep a dive as he should. I've got some notes. And what he found in John's phone was this. A lot of activity from Karen. A lot of activity. And we knew this. We've heard these voicemails. She was pissed at him for going in that party and not coming back out and making her go home and watch his children, which were the niece and nephew that he was raising. But it says between 12:32 a.m. and 6:03 a.m., John's phone received 52 calls, 8 voice messages, and 4 texts. Okay. Now the voice messages, and I think we got to take kind of a discerning look at the time frame, because I've also read that there was a period of time where she was sleeping. Like, I think there was no activity. They assumed she fell asleep for a couple of hours and then woke up and resumed calling him. And those voice messages, especially the ones as she's like pulling into the garage and she's first going inside, those are nasty. They're nasty. And she's like, F you, John, F you. And she's like yelling and screaming because she's pissed at him. The prosecution will say that's motive, that she killed him and then she called the voice message to kind of prove that she was home, and she was leaving him voice messages, acting like he wasn't dead when she knew he was dead. This is a common ploy in domestic couples when one has harmed or killed the other. It's kind of a common ploy to call and pretend like, oh, well, I thought they were still alive. That's my alibi call. It's like 99.9% of the time, it's a lovey-dovey call. Like, and I'm paraphrasing, hi, sweetie, I'm leaving Berkeley. I am not going to be up to the farm in time to get that basket for Papa. Can you please go pick it up? Thanks, sweetie. See you later. Bye. Like, that's the Scott Peterson voice message. They do that. They leave these sweet, loving messages after the death of the partner because they want the police to think we had a great relationship. Look, I thought she was still alive. I was saying I loved her on her voice message. That's not what Karen did. Karen's like, fuck you, I hate you, you're a fucking pervert, you're a fucking whatever. So yeah, that would be another way to go. She's trying to provide an alibi for herself. That's definitely another way to go. But if you just do the math, between 12:32 and 6:03 is 5.5 hours. So during that time, she called him 52 times, which means she would have been calling regularly, like every 15 minutes on average. They said she fell asleep for a couple of hours. I'm assuming there was no phone activity for a couple of hours. They felt like she slept, and then she woke up and she resumed calling. So if that were the case, even if I just took out 2 hours, that means that she was calling him every 6 minutes. I'm just having a hard time wrapping my brain around the fact that if you murdered somebody, which she's accused of doing, this isn't accused of oopsie doozy, I accidentally hit him and didn't realize it. This is, they say she intentionally did it. And so she drove all the way home, calling him immediately to yell at him, then got home and proceeded to call him during the hours she was awake on average once every 6 minutes. I can understand why you might want an alibi if you've just killed somebody, but even that is excessive. That's excessive. At the same time, I don't know that I can trust Guarino to get up on the stand and tell the whole story. Unfortunately, the jury doesn't know about his mistakes in the Sandra Birchmore case, and Judge Bev has already said it's inadmissible. So Alan Jackson can't even introduce it, which is why Alan Jackson didn't even cross him yesterday, because what's the point? What's the point in just talking about the same old stuff when you can't hit him with the stuff that you need to hit him with? Does you no good. But yeah, he fucked up royally in the Sandra Birchmore case, and it's really hard for me to see him up there and take him with even an ounce of credibility.